All right. We are going to get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you guys just to make sure you can all see. Cool. So everyone can see that. A thumbs up. Cool. All right. So these are going to be the 8 myths, health myths that are destroying your progress, right? These myths have been told for years, many years. Some of us probably believe them, or some of us have probably don't believe them anymore. Regardless, we're going to be going through those, and I'm sure you're going to benefit from this no matter where you're at in your fitness journey. But first, we're going to do a check-in challenge. This challenge is going to go through all of November. So we still have until Tuesday before November starts to prepare. So how this works is every time you're about to work out, you pull up the Trainerize app or you arrive for your one-on-one session at the gym with me, you can check into Facebook. So when you go to like create a post or you write something, there is a red pin right here, which takes you to the check-in. Hold on, let me admit somebody. Okay, so the red cursor down here, the red pin, takes you to the check-in to where you can select the location. From there, you can put Philosophy Fitness, and that will check you in. You can put a quote, you can write something in the post. You don't have to. But every time you work out, you can check in. And the person with the most check-ins will win a Philosophy care package at the end. And then going into December, we'll have another challenge going on. So we're going to start doing challenges to get people involved and for you guys to win free things. All right. So number one is going to be eating at night will not make you gain weight. So most people have said it, most people have heard it, that eating at night will make you gain weight. Eating after 8 p.m., 9 p.m. will cause you to gain weight. Now, unless you are overeating, then eating at night will not make you gain weight. All right. It is honestly a numbers game, eating what you're eating and what you're burning. So eating over your caloric maintenance will cause you to gain weight. Now, if you don't know what your caloric maintenance is, it is the amount of calories you need to eat every single day to maintain the weight that you're at now. All right. Given your age, your gene makeup, exercise routine, height, there's a lot of other factors that go in with that. But once you find your maintenance, once you find a good ebb and flow of staying the same weight for a very long period of time, that would be called a maintenance period. You're maintaining your weight. Now, eating over that is going to cause you to gain weight. If you're overeating throughout the day and it comes nighttime and you're already at your caloric maintenance and then you eat again, then yes, you're putting yourself in a caloric surplus, which will cause you to gain weight. But if you are still staying within your caloric means or daily caloric intake that I've set for you or you set for yourself that's working, then you will not gain weight. All right. Now, eating too close to bedtime can mess with your metabolism and also just your digestive. You're probably not comfortable eating that close to bedtime. So I'd probably avoid that altogether. So the second one would be, does lifting weights make you look manly? This is for the girls. All right. So this is something that has been asked all the time by a lot of women. The fear of thinking that you're going to look manly, bulky when you're lifting weights. It makes you look sexy, whether you're a man or a woman. Lifting weights makes you look sexy, but manly features come with higher testosterone. So you lifting weights is not going to make you look manly enough to look like a man, if you know what I'm saying. Manly features comes with higher testosterone. You are not going to significantly increase your testosterone enough to grow a beard, get a square chiseled jaw, like the features that men have because of their higher levels of testosterone. You're not going to get that all of a sudden by lifting weights. So that belief in itself is null and voided. You will not look manly by lifting weights. Number 3 would be losing weight alone does not make you toned. A lot of people have this perception that losing weight is going to bring on a toned look or make them look toned. When in reality, having a solid foundation of muscle mass when you lose weight will bring you the toned look. I've had many people come to me where they've had 30, 40, maybe 50 pounds of excess weight on them, and they lost it all before, but they lost it all very quickly and with cardio, and they didn't build a solid foundation of muscle mass. They didn't have a weight training routine. And then they had like the skinny fat look, or they had loose skin, right? So building a solid foundation of muscle mass while you're losing weight will bring down the tone look. Just losing weight and trying to lose weight as fast as possible will not bring on a toned look, and it will bring on a very miserable routine. Now, if your goal is to lose weight, you want to have whatever your goal body weight is. Let's say you're a 200-pound male and you want to be 150 pounds, right? And the charts that you've looked at, the BMI, let's say you're 50 pounds overweight and you need to be 150 for you to be average for your height and age. Your goal body weight should be the protein in grams that you're eating if you're losing weight. All right. That's going to help you keep the muscle you have, preserve it while you're losing weight, and also add more to that during the process. Your body is going to either go to your fat storage, your carbohydrates, or your muscle when it needs energy, when it's working out, and it needs to fuel the workouts with the energy you have. If you have your daily grams of protein, you're hitting those, your body will not tap into your muscle to use energy. You won't lose your muscle, and you will still keep the tone look. But again, don't let that stress you out. The goal body weight in grams of protein is the goal. So as long as you have a goal, you understand the direction to head towards. Most people don't even have the goal. So if you have the goal clear, you're already ahead of half of the people. All right. Does anybody have any questions about the daily grams of protein or anything about that, like the goal body weight or anything? All right. So number 4 is carbs are not the enemy. Overeating is the enemy. Okay. GI plays a role here. There's some people that have certain responses to glycemic index, like foods that are loaded with higher glycemic index. Now, foods with high glycemic index, like white bread, are rapidly digested, and it causes substantial fluctuation in your blood sugar. So, like, some people have bodies that cannot handle foods with high glycemic index. Now, if you need to know what foods have high glycemic index, which foods are medium, which foods are low, because this could be the very reason why nutrition is a struggle for you. You're not figuring things out. Things are messing with your gut, and you have gut issues. It is your GI. So the food we eat has a feedback system with your blood sugar, and your blood sugar will fluctuate depending on what food you have based on the glycemic index. So I did put a chart in the Facebook private group. That chart has over 100 like examples of food that you can eat that show you the glycemic load index chart of how high them are, which ones are low, so that you can help move yourself closer to where you need to be. I see a lot of people struggling with this, and they don't even know that they're struggling with this. So foods with low glycemic index, like whole oats, are digested more slowly, prompting a more gradual rise in your blood sugar. So again, some people's bodies respond wacky to their blood sugar substantially fluctuating, lightheaded. There's a lot of symptoms that happen there. So carbs can very much well be a reason why your body doesn't perform correctly if you have certain issues like GI health, gut issues, things like that. If you have gut issues or you want the GI chart that I was mentioning and you don't know where it's at, leave me a comment in the chat and I'll make sure to send that to you. Number 5 is abs are not made in the kitchen. I know you heard that. I know you hear it all the time. They are made in your daily actions, daily decisions. Abs are made everywhere. So if you're looking to get abs, right, which if you guys are chasing a lifestyle change, if you guys are chasing something like worth chasing, I'm sure it's more than being able to look in the mirror at the end of this and have abs. Either, mental health, physical health, there's a lot of other reasons and the vision in front of you. But if you're looking to get abs in the process, now you're going to want to strive to have a comfortable daily caloric deficit to start shedding the unwantedness off. Unwantedness as in the layers, right? Think of it as a bed. If your bed has 10 blankets on it and you start to take one blanket off at a time, close enough, you'll start to get closer and closer to the mattress, and the bed will start looking more and more like the mattress and not just 10 blankets laying on it. Or you can take the example of having someone lay on the bed and then laying 10 blankets on them. The more blankets you take off, the more of their body outline is going to start coming out of the blanket. Same with your abs. You have to put yourself in a caloric deficit to lose weight and get the unwanted fat off of your body so that the muscle can show. Doing more ab workouts are good for the core, but they're not the answer to getting abs. If you are, severely overweight, you need to lose some weight first and then start hammering the ab workouts. I remember when I started my journey, I think it was like I was doing 1,000 crunches a day because I thought that's what got abs. That's how I started it. It was rough. Number 6 is your health journey is not a prerequisite for your bad decisions. So most people on their health journey, they look at it as a reactive situation where it's like, oh my, I ate this bad donut, now I have to go work out. Or, oh my, I did this yesterday, or I overate yesterday. I went out with my friends yesterday, or I went out on the weekends and had drinks, so I'm going to have to do extra something today. It's a reactive state where you're not only reacting with your health decisions, it's not a proactive state that you're in. So again, you have to be clear with your intentions of why you're starting, why you're continuing, and why you should continue when things get tough. All right. And that is going to be way deeper than just abs. It's going to be much, much more deeper than that. So this journey is going to be proactive. It's forward. You're not going to be comparing yourself to who you were in high school. It's not, oh my, I messed up here, I need to do this extra. That is a reactive health approach. The vision should be clear and the value should be there. Like no matter what, you're still going to do whatever, right? Whether or not you ate donuts yesterday, whether or not you had drinks with friends, you're still going to work out tomorrow because you had it scheduled and because the goal's greater than just day by day, right? So if you're taking it day by day, your short-term gratification, the whole health process, then yes, it's going to be a reactive state. Oh my, I had an extra drink. Oh my, I had an extra Oreo. I need to do a few more crunches, right? Do the work and the results will follow. I promise. Fail forward, fail fast. All right. So you want to fail forward. And most of the time, all of the time, it's not failing, it's learning. It's all about how you look at it, right? So I look at situations, if I feel like I'm not doing it correctly or I'm not moving past it because I've overcame it or overcome it, I feel like it's teaching me a lesson, right? So it's either the thing that's in front of me that I'm trying to figure out is either teaching me a lesson until I figure that out, or I'm teaching the lesson to that, right? So if you're failing, if you're not getting something, if you're not understanding, it's not that you're a mess up. It's not that you're failing or you're a failure. You just need to approach it differently, right? And be proactive about it. The goal is forward, right? So always, always, always pick a different direction and just keep moving forward. Number 7 is cardio is not the answer to weight loss. All right. But it is most certainly a very effective tool for it, but it is not the answer. All right. A caloric deficit is the answer to a weight loss. You will always hear me say that because it's just facts, right? You have to be in a caloric deficit to lose weight. Now it brings me back to the reactive approach towards your health. Most people do a lot of cardio because they want to see quick results, or they know that they messed up on their diet. You cannot outwork a bad habit. You really can't, right? And the one example I give people is it is much quicker to eat 200 calories than to burn it. And you definitely understand that when you've been on a treadmill and it's counting your calories in front of you, and you get off after 45 minutes and it says only 200 calories were burnt, right? But it takes 2 minutes, not even, to eat a 200 calorie apple, right? So a caloric deficit is going to be the most important. Cardio is going to be a good tool for that. Number 8, and the last one, is going to be you do not need to spend hours in the gym to see progress. You don't even need to spend every day in the gym to see progress, right? The process is going to be simple, but very hard to stick to because not a lot of people can stay consistent to things that are hard, that are uncomfortable, that push them out of their comfort zone. Now, the process is simple, and I say this because it is things that we all know. We just are very, very hard at staying consistent with the simple things over and over and over again, and knowing that the result will come later, not now. So eating correctly, right? 80-20 rule. If you're 80% eating correctly, then you can enjoy yourself on the weekends with your friends. You can enjoy, you can enjoy what you like. You don't need to say no to things that you've once enjoyed, or even cut them out completely. Eat correctly, give yourself balance, and find a very healthy routine with that. Working out 3 times a week. If you feel like you do not have time to work out 3 times a week, I strongly advise you to check your screen time. You can do this in your settings. All right. And right there will show you do have time. Now, this isn't 2-hour workouts. This isn't even an hour workout. 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day or every other day will work if you're eating correctly. You do not need to go balls to the wall. Most people go balls to the wall because they want to see quick results. It's a reactive approach to your health journey, and it's not going to work. The results are going to come, right? We obviously know the results are going to come because we're moving in the right direction. We're doing the right things. Why rush that process, right? So sleeping 6 to 8 hours is also going to be important. You recover in your sleep. The only time you recover is in your sleep. So if you are not sleeping, you are not recovering. All right. So just to give you a quick little, kind of paint the picture for you. When you work out, you tear very small muscle fibers and you get little tears in them. And when you sleep, the nutrition, the food that you're eating, the vitamins that you're having will form a chain, and it goes into those tears when you are sleeping, and then they rebuild bigger. That's how muscles form. But it cannot do that if you're not sleeping correctly, right? That is the only time your body recovers. So if you're feeling sore, check your sleep-in schedule. If you're not feeling correct in your workouts, you're not feeling like you're performing well, check your sleep-in schedule. It is very hard, guys, I know, to get good hours of sleep because of the distractions we have as phones. Like, they are very distracting. I catch myself scrolling for 30, 40 minutes when I was supposed to get on my phone to check the time. Like, I mean, I get sucked into it's insane. So I strongly advise, if you are self-aware of that and you know that you get sucked in at nighttime and that is causing you to hinder your sleep schedule and get the correct amount of hours, then I would create a routine around being conscious of that, and maybe digital detox before bed, putting your phone in a different room, investing in an alarm clock so that you don't have to use your phone as one. But the last one is going to be drinking a half a gallon of water. All right, half a gallon is going to be the trajectory. And again, having a goal is important because you know the direction of where to head. Most people do not have a clear goal. So if you have a clear goal, 50% of the work is done. All right. The process is simple, but it's very hard. And it's hard because it's hard to stay consistent at things that give us the reward later, not now. All right. As kids, we grow up, we're used to getting rewarded instantly because that's what happened in classrooms when we were kids, right? Sometimes in health, the actions that you take today, the rewards don't come until 10 years from now. Sometimes the reward doesn't come until 20 years from now, right? But when we were kids, it came seconds after we did a good deed, seconds after we told a classmate a good job, right? We were indoctrined like that. So we have to unsubscribe to that belief of we need quick results. We need quick gratification of the decisions that we're making. If you're moving in the right direction, which I know you guys know if you are, then everything's gonna be all right. You don't have to rush it. All right. This is a journey, not a sprint.